Joining me now, Boris Epstein, senior advisor to the Trump-Pence 2016 campaign. What do you think about that?
I think NBC is wrong, as they often are. Donald Trump is doing a great job with this campaign. If you look throughout the country, you look at states like North Carolina, Nevada, Virginia, going to Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Florida, we're leading or within the margin of error. And in states like New Hampshire, which are, pretty much blue states where we're doing so well, and nationally up by 6-7 points now in a lot of the polls. So we're doing very well.
Okay, but some political pundits that we've talked to on this program as well say the reason why Donald Trump looks better is that Hillary Clinton has had a rough few days, and when she's fully back on the campaign trail, that won't be the case anymore. What do you think?
She's not the kind of candidate that can regain momentum. She's a boring candidate, frankly. She's not offering anything new to the American people. A lot of her policies are retreads of policies from the 90s, maybe the 2000s.
Well, that's what she's saying about Donald Trump, too, that there's nothing, that basically he's the same person that we've seen all the time, meaning, he once believed in this birther movement. He's always going to believe in the birther movement, and therefore, he's not qualified to be president. That's the argument today from her.
Let's be realistic about the birther movement. It was born out of the Hillary Clinton 2008
campaign. Okay, but
campaign.
it wasn't.
Mark Penn wrote a memo.
This is not true.
Wrote a memo.
It's not true.
See the memo?
It's not true.
Did he not write the memo? He wrote a memo in which he said we should question the American roots of Barack Obama.
But the
That's
thing
exactly what happened.
A variety of different fact-checking websites, as well as Fox News, have checked that out. That is not true.
Are you saying he didn't write the memo?
I don't know anything about the said memo.
Mark Penn, the chief. Let me tell you
I'm just telling you, it's not true. But here's the thing: I'm not going down.
Say it's not true. I'm telling you the truth.
It's not true. And one of the things that Donald Trump has done, and here's what's going on. If you continue to talk about this, then it continues to be an issue in the campaign.
I'm talking about it because you asked me a question.
So why do you think it's going to be successful for Donald Trump to continue to speak about the president, who's now in his last few weeks of office?
Let's take a step back. This all came back because the media somehow got into a frenzy by this issue. Donald Trump has put this issue behind him, behind the country a long time ago. He wants to concentrate on jobs.
Okay, but he's not if he blames the Hillary Clinton campaign.
Again, if you want to talk about this issue, Hillary Clinton started it, Donald Trump finished it. He got an answer for the American people, and he said today clearly that Barack Obama was born in the U.S.
Okay.
If you don't believe it,
no.
We're going to keep talking about it.
We 100% believe that President Obama was born in the U.S.
So let's talk about the issues.
Here's what Larry Sabato said, though, about what this means for your campaign. He said this earlier today on our air. Go ahead.
Here's the key to these new polls, though, not just Fox, but a whole spate of polls showing Trump doing better in some key swing states and so on. It isn't that he's surged, it's that she's dropped. Now, why? Because the polls have switched from the big body of registered voters to the much smaller group of likely voters. Who are the most excited voters in America right now? They're Donald Trump voters. Hillary Clinton's number one challenge and problem is in getting the Democratic activist base enthused about her. They've been discouraged lately. We all know the reasons why. She's had some problems. So just as you were saying with Chris Wallace, the birther issue is a real gift to the Democrats and the Clinton campaign.
Yeah. How worried are you about it being a gift to your opponent?
Not worried one bit. Larry Sabato, who I don't agree with often, is right. Hillary Clinton is a boring candidate. She's a candidate that doesn't excite the base. They were more excited about a 74-year-old socialist, Bernie Sanders, than about her. Her husband, Bill Clinton, no longer excites the base. Barack Obama maybe does. But Barack Obama's ratings are in no way translating to Hillary Clinton's ratings. She is falling like a rock in this campaign. And by the way, what Larry is wrong about, Donald Trump is at 47% in the latest LA Times poll. All the pundits, the leftists, were saying, well, 40% is a ceiling. We've broken through that ceiling. That's why we are roaring to the finish line.
Okay, so one of the things that Hillary Clinton talked about today, and she I'm going to paraphrase this quote that she often uses from Maya Angelou, that people show you who they are the first time. And she says that you can't believe this new and improved Donald Trump that is more disciplined on the campaign trail, as we've seen, that you have to look at his past. And that's why they're digging into the past to bring up all that he's said over the last several years. Why should voters, this is the fundamental question of the campaign, why should voters believe Donald Trump now when they've heard all sorts of different things from him in the past?
That's pretty wretched of Hillary Clinton to do. She's a lifelong liar. She lied about everything in her past. She lied about the emails. She lied to Congress, to the FBI, to the American people.
Now, despite
She
those
lies about the
attacks, though,
Clinton
here's the
Foundation.
interesting thing. Despite
Donald
those
Trump,
attacks,
he
though,
doesn't do
because
the
you're not
same.
answering my question, despite those attacks, she also remains very competitive in the polls. So despite all the attacks from all sides, neither candidate is falling off. So that really leaves it on Donald Trump. Let me get you to answer the question. Why should voters believe in him now and what they're hearing from him now versus what they've heard from him in the past?
Well, I don't know what issue you're referring to specifically. On this issue, he's been very consistent, and he finished that consistency today saying, I'm moving on. I want to talk about jobs, the economy, national security. We have 26% poverty among African Americans in this country. Double unemployment among African Americans and that of white people. These are the issues that Donald Trump will fix when he's president, that Hillary Clinton has failed to do anything about in over 30 years in public office and public life.
So one of the reasons why the birther issue came up originally, this is last week with Bill O'Reilly. Why don't we go ahead and play that sound so we can explain to viewers where is this question even coming from about the birther issue? Here's Bill O'Reilly.
Do you think your birther position has hurt you among African Americans?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even talk about it anymore, Bill, because I just don't bother talking about it.
It's on the record.
I don't know. I guess with maybe some. I don't know why. I mean, I really don't know why. But I don't think very few people. You're the first one that's brought that up in a while. I don't think so. I mean, look, I went to Detroit. It was like a love fest. We had just a great time.
To your point, he doesn't want to talk about it anymore, but there are those strategists that say the reason why the Clintons are bringing it up is because it hurts Donald Trump with the exact voters he wants to reach out to, which are African Americans. So what does he do about that?
If you look at the polls, we're at 19% with African Americans in the latest LA Times poll. Some of the other polls, you go where he's at 8%. He's above what Mitt Romney ended up getting in the election in 12 and what John McCain got in 2008. So Donald Trump's message is obviously resonating. The reason the Clintons are bringing this up because they are desperate. Hillary Clinton and her campaign are spiraling out of control. They have no message left. They have no talking points left to go against Donald Trump. So they're bringing up this old stuff. Hillary Clinton is the one that has to answer the questions. Why did she bleach her emails?
Well,
why did she lie to the American people? And why was the Clinton Foundation a slush fund for them to get rich off?
It'll be interesting to see where the attacks go from here and what topics either campaign really bring up. Or as you say, it's going to be jobs for Trump. So we look forward to talking to you more about it. Thank you very much. Great.